Hello and welcome to InstaChoir Sing Along extravaganza. Today's going to be such an awesome night, and I'm super excited about this. If you're wherever you're tuning in from, let me know. I like already we have all these people. We have checking in from Pickering. This is fantastic. Hey, Susan, it's so good to see you. Write a comment. We want to know where you're tuning in from and joining us tonight. It's just going to be a wonderful night of fun and singing. And, I don't know about you, but kind of the winter blues. I need to get some of my singing on. Hello, Mark from Orangeville. Vernon from Kingston. Vernon, it's great to see you. Well, kind of. I'm so wonderful that you're on. Lynn, oh my goodness. We have people from all over North America, Cambridge, Ontario, Bracebridge, Delaware, USA. Woo! Thank you for being with us. This is fantastic. Join in. Let us know where you're coming in from. This is going to be a fantastic sing-along. Now, a lot of people were asking, they were kind of saying, okay, what is this? Like, I'm used to InstaChoir doing these really cool videos. What is this whole sing-along thing? So InstaChoir is all about getting people singing. We want more people singing because we know the benefits of singing. It's good for our health. It's good for our mental health. It's just fun. It's just fun, and it builds community. And we know that right now the community is tough. It's kind of virtual and online, and we need to do things to engage our community. And this is what this is all about. So this is not about like a typical virtual choir that we put together. This is like an old-fashioned sing-along. I remember growing up, my dad would talk about sing-alongs when he grew up as a kid, and that's what people did. They sang because it just brought them so much joy. That's what brought families together and friends together. And that's what tonight is all about. So at some point tonight, you may want your phone with, and you may want to like take a selfie and just tag InstaChoir. We want to see all those wonderful pictures. Or if you're kind of really feeling it and feeling inspired, take a video of yourself singing or singing some harmony to a song. That would be amazing. Wow, across YouTube and Facebook, we already have 151 of you, and it's just growing and growing. This is amazing. It's so cool. So if you're just chiming in, this is InstaChoir. I'm Jordan Travis, the founder of InstaChoir, and this is going to be an awesome night of singing. I'm prolonging it because I know it always takes a few moments for people to join in and just be part of the fun. If you are just chiming in, I want to know where you're from. So put it in those comments. Karen from Scarborough, woohoo, you are here. Who else do we have here? Pam from Fort Myers. Pam, how's it going? Woohoo, awesome. People from all over the place. This is great. I love this. All the way from Newfoundland. Welcome. This is great. Oh, who else? We have Peter Bush. Hey, Peter and Maureen, good to see you. All right, so we're going to get going in just a minute. But before we do, I want to know what's in your glass tonight. What are you drinking? I'll be honest with you. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. I'm being good so far. I'm having a cup of tea in one of my favorite mugs. So, nice warm cup of tea on a cold night. Nothing beats that. What are you drinking tonight? Oh, from San Diego. Oh my goodness, that's fantastic. I hope that's not what you're drinking. Oh, we got some tea, we got some coffee, we got water. Any wine? I was expecting like a wine already, or a beer or something like that. That's fantastic. So for the first song that we're going to do, this is a little surprise, and it's not actually in that lyric booklet. By the way, if you haven't done this, if you head over to instachoir.ca, that's www.instachoir, I'm just putting this right in the chat here, instachoir.ca, and we actually have the lyric booklet that you can download. It has all the songs that we're going to be doing tonight, which is fantastic, except for this first little song. So this is a bit of a surprise, and I arm twisted pretty heavy arm twisting, and my family we're gonna do it all together. Well, not Dorothy, right? And we're gonna sing a song. I have Liz and Emily here. Come on guys. You can see how excited they are. They were totally arm twisted into this. All right. So we're going to do an a cappella classic here. And I grew up, I'm Canadian. I grew up listening to the Nylons as one of like my favorite a cappella groups. And one of the songs that was iconic, and it's not just the Nylons, but was The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And I think most of you probably know The Lion Sleeps Tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pitch here. And you can do one of two things. You can either sing along with Emily. Emily's going to be taking the melody because she's awesome. High five. Woohoo! And Liz and I are going to be singing some harmonies, and do what's comfortable for you. Sing along with sing along with us and our whim-aways, all of that stuff. I'm going to get a pitch. Whim-away, whim-away, whim. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whim-away, a whim-away, a whim-away, a whim-away, a whim-away, a whim-away, 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 whim-away, a whim-away.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Whim-away, a whim-away, 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 whim-away, a whim-away.
In the village, the quiet village, the lion sleeps tonight. In the village, the peaceful village, the lion sleeps tonight.
Whim-away, a whim-away, 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 a whim-away.
Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight. Hush, my darling, don't fear, my darling, the lion sleeps tonight.
Dance party! A whim-away, 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 whim-away, a whim-away, whim-away, a whim-away, whim-away, a whim-away, whim-away. One more time! A whim-away, a whim-away, 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 a whim-away, a whim-away. Yeah! You guys are awesome. Woohoo! Oh, big shout outs. Oh, look at this. Liz, awesome. Woo! That's amazing. You guys are so fantastic. Thank you so much. Emily, yeah, I'll tell me about it. She is amazing. She's such a great singer. And I'll tell you that we've been singing that song for years. We just have fun. We just fool around with it. It's like our car driving song. And maybe in a couple of years, we'll actually have a quartet. Dorothy's going to join us. And we've decided that we're going to be called Travesty. What do you think? What do you Oh, dear. Oh, the dad joke's coming already. All right. So if you're just joining in, this is our InstaChoir Sing Along, and this is just about getting your groove on, dancing around, singing, being silly. The best part about this, there are two best parts. One is that you're in the comfort of your own home, so you can just kind of chill out, which is fantastic. The second thing is that means that you can drink and eat whatever you want, so I hope you have your snacks with you. The other cool thing that means is that you can be in your pajamas and no one will know, right? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. All right, so on with the show. This whole concept tonight is I invited a whole bunch of my friends, people who do sing-alongs, whether live or virtually, and basically engage lots of people in singing all year through, both in normal times and during pandemic times, which is really cool. And So it's a real eclectic mix. If you've downloaded that lyric book, you know, boy, oh boy, you're in for a treat tonight. You're going to be singing tons of different types of music or just enjoying, right? Which is great too. So I want to invite a couple who are just wonderful, wonderful people. And I'm just honored to call them really great friends. Jamie Macpherson is a twice Canadian national banjo champion. Woo-hoo-hoo! And he's performed with people like Peter Appleyard, Jeff Healey, CBC's the Royal Canadian Air Force, Toronto's Breakfast Television, and is a member of the Ragweed Jazz Band and the Hot Five Jazz Makers. And basically, he's performed all over the world. In fact, one day I was in an airport and I bumped into him in the Toronto airport. I was heading overseas to Germany at the time, and he was heading overseas to like Denmark to do a festival. It was incredible and so very random. And the other person that I get to introduce is just such a vibrant and wonderful person. She always has a smile on her face, and she's an incredibly accomplished accordion player. And Joy Macpherson is also a life member of the Canadian Dance Teachers Association, and she actually created the Joy Booth School of Dancing, which is on the East End of Toronto, and it's like in its 47th year of operation. So that's pretty incredible. And together, they're called Side by Side, and they performed all over. Welcome, Jamie and Joy Macpherson. Woohoo! It's
great to see you.
Yeah, you guys are just amazing people, and I want to thank you so much for being part of this tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Our pleasure.
We're looking forward to it.
So I'm going to disappear in a minute, but let us know, what are we going to start with tonight?
We're going to start with some songs from yesteryear, actually yesterday's yesteryear. We're going to start off from 1926, Heart of My Heart.
Love it.
Heart of my heart, I love that melody. Heart of my heart brings back a memory when we were kids on the corner of the street. We were rough and ready young, but oh how we could harmonize. Heart of my heart, when friends went there again, it was cheaper than when we had to go. I know what you were listening, it was all I could listen to that tune that said, Heart of my heart, heart of my heart.
Now,
Our next one, time for the banjo, is Hank Williams made this famous in 1951. It's a little medley, Hey Good Lookin', with Side by Side and Anytime.
that's it.
Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's love cooking something up with me? Crazy baby, don't you think maybe we can find us a brand new recipe? On a hot rod board and a $2 bill, I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing swings. If you wanna have fun, come along. Hey, good looking, what you got for me? How's love cooking something up with me? How's love cooking something up with me? Oh, we got a barrel of money.
Right.
And let's finish it off.
We're going to finish it off with a piece that was composed in 1914. Did you want to interject for a moment?
I want to interject because I have something that's super cool, and I want to share it with everybody before you do your last song. So, how long have the two of you been playing together?
That's rather a personal question.
Well, I may have a photo, and I want to just show it to everyone. this, this is a photo of Jamie and Joy. Isn't that first of all, isn't that amazing? I love it. So was that like your first gig?
Our first paid performance at the Agincourt Legion.
That's just incredible. I love it. That's fantastic. And I also understand that is it June, you're going to be celebrating your 44th wedding anniversary.
That's right.
That's awesome. That's just awesome, you guys. I love you guys so much. All right, I'm going to stop interjecting, and I'm going to just let you do your thing. But let's have one more song from Jamie and Joy. And this has just been fantastic. I love belting out those tunes and singing along with. So I'm going to disappear and let you do your thing.
All right. This is called Simple Melody. The words and music were from Irving Berlin, 1914.
I'm getting on here so I can actually physically applaud. That is just wonderful. You guys are just fantastic. All the comments coming in, man, so much love for the two of you and what you do. This is just, I love it. And before you go, if people want to get in touch with you, because, you know, sometimes I know you've done videos, and I know, you know, one of the things that I love about the two of you is how much you give back and going to nursing homes and seniors residences. I love your dog. He's coming to say hi.
Ruby is here.
That's awesome. But I just love what you do. And I know I'm going to put this out there that if you want to get in touch, Jamie's on Facebook. You can always find him there, but you can just shoot an email over to Jamie, and I know that they would love to do stuff if you can. I just want to thank you so very much for bringing some. I love the end of that good old-fashioned harmony. I love the fact that you brought some good old-fashioned harmony to the table, and I hope everyone out there was belting along with. All the best to you two, and I hope to actually be able to see you in person again soon.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Until then, we're going to keep like hanging out like this.
Yeah.
All the best, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Oh, that was awesome. That was Jamie and Joy Macpherson side by side. They are just wonderful, wonderful people bringing some great music to the table. And we're just going to continue down that path of amazing music. But before we do, right in the little chat question for you there, a little chat question. I asked you what's in your cup. What are you drinking? What's in your glass tonight? What are you snacking on? What are you eating? I want to know, right? Is this like, are you like a chips person? Are you a chocolate person? All right, I should do like a this or that, chips or chocolate. Oh my goodness. My good friend John, he said Lillian is captivated. She's like 3 months old. Well, John, she knows good music. Let me tell you, she has awesome parents. This is fantastic. This is great. I love all this music. I love just sharing all these things. This is what it's all about. It's just getting each other singing. And I wanna invite my next guest in, who is just a force of nature when it comes to music. She is an incredible educator, both in the school system and outside the school system in terms of choruses and workshops and coaching. In fact, we'll talk about this in a minute. A quartet that she basically has really worked with and coached and brought up, a youth quartet, just had some wonderful news, wonderful announcements tonight. So we want to share that. In addition to that, she's a fabulous director. She directs a chorus called Northern Blend in Watertown, and they are one of the best women's choruses in the world. They are fabulous. And in addition to that, if that's not enough, she's also an incredible performer. And so she sings, she's a quartetter, a multi-time champion. Please welcome my good friend, Katie Taylor. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Travis?
I'm fantastic. I just love the fact that here we are, and we're online and like so far apart, but able to kind of be together and just experience this. This is awesome.
This is almost as good as getting to hug you and all of your family. And I just love
it's close.
Thing. I know. I miss hugs.
I miss hugs too. I think that's the thing that I will love the most when this is all through, is just hugging all my friends. This is great. So by the way, everything just blew up. Like Facebook, YouTube just blew up. I introduced you and everything just went, wow, this is awesome. And it's because you're such an incredible person. And I want to talk just before you start. So tell me about a special quartet that had some wonderful news and your involvement with them.
Well, I teach in a K through 12 building, and I've had the girls quartet. They're called Acoustics. They've been together as a whole for 3 years. 3 years ago, however, their lead and their bass graduated. And so the tenor and the bari stayed there. The tenor moved to lead, and then they were only in 9th grade at the time. So last year they were 10th grade, and then 2 8th graders came in, and now they're 11th and 9th together. And then next year they'll be 12th and 10th together. But they just competed in the Barbershop Harmony Society Midwinter Youth Contest for the virtual world. And only the top 5 out of 17 quartets that submitted videos got to go to the midwinter. And my girls ended up winning I just found out like a half an hour ago, they won the Audience Choice Award at the midwinter contest. And they have like almost 20,000 hits on YouTube and like 1,000 likes on their video. So they are just on cloud 9, and we're already starting to plan for Pasadena. 2022.
I have to say, that is incredible. And it's a real testament to you as an educator and the fact that you're bringing this into the school system and sharing such vibrant music and experiences with youth. I think I can't think of anything more important. And the community that you build, it's so, so, so important. So I just, first of all, want to thank you for all of that you do, but also for being on here tonight, because this is fantastic. And we're gonna go in a different direction now. We kind of did some like old school songs. We're gonna be moving to some awesome music theater stuff, which is
other bag besides.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna stop yapping because no one wants to see me. They want to see you, and take us on the journey. I'm excited to sing these ones.
All right. Well, I thought I would start. Thank you, Jordan. I thought I would start with A Million Dreams. And what I'm going to do is sing the melody. And so I would love for you guys to just pop in on the harmonies at home or sing along with me on the melody if you'd like. But obviously, I mean, I would love to be able to sing 2 parts at once, but I can't. So I'll do my best. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see, I close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I dream of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. There's one. I hope that you guys were singing the harmonies at home.
I'll tell you, Emily was belting it out with you.
I hope you recorded it, Em. I want to hear.
That was awesome, and I have to admit, I'm a huge Greatest Showman fan. I love it. So that was just beautiful. I'm gonna get it. I needed to say that.
Well, thanks.
And I'll tell you, things are just blowing up about this song, Million Dreams, and how important it is to have that dream, and especially right now, and all about acoustics, which is awesome. It's fantastic.
I can't wait to go back and read it because I can't. Every time I try,
I can't keep up either. I can't keep up either. Awesome. Well, I'm gonna leave it and let you do your thing. So I'll be back at the end.
All right. Okay. On a little bit opposite end of the spectrum for my voice, we'll do "Think of Me" from Phantom of the Opera. So we'll hit the soprano side. I hope. Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me every so often, promise me you'll try. On that day, that not so distant day, when you are far away and free, if you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. And though it was always clear that this was never meant to be, if you happen to remember, stop and think of me. Think of August when the trees were green. Don't think about the way things might have been. Think of me waking silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Think of me, please say you'll think of me, whatever else you choose to do. There will never be a day when I won't think of you. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade, they have their season, so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you will think of me. That one definitely needs a water afterward.
All right, I'm totally cutting in because you just sang like Million Dreams down in the basement. And then you totally just crushed "Think of Me" from
and I'm shaking.
You are awesome. That is so great. I love it. I love it. I hope people are singing along with. I think most people are just doing this right now. But I want to take a second before because people want to find you. People want to find you as an educator. People want to find you as you do learning tracks for choruses. I mean, you're involved in so many different things. Where are the best places? I know I'm going to throw this up, and I did before, that they can find you like on Facebook at Katie Singing Lady, and the same. Is that the same as Instagram?
I'm pretty sure. Yes, that's definitely my Instagram as well. You can
Awesome.
Keep Singing Lady. You'll find me in lots of different places, but you can find me on Facebook. I also have my Northern Blend is on Facebook, and For Heaven's Sake, and Livewire and Roulette quartets that I'm singing with. So you can find me through any of them. So drop me a line. I'm happy to. I've been doing like pop-ins for warm-ups. So we've had Jordan come in for ours, and it's just so much fun to get the chance to go and do a little singing with other chapters. And I've taught a couple of classes. So if you're looking for anything like that, I'd be happy to come and visit.
Absolutely. That's awesome. And I'm going to ask everyone, take some time tonight while you're still fresh in your mind and go and like these people, like their pages and share that, because you know what? First of all, they're sharing their gifts with us tonight, which is fantastic. The least we can do is kind of do that click, and you never know. They're going to be involved in things that you want to be involved with. So that's going to be awesome. I'm going to leave one more time because we have one more number to go, and I'm excited about this one.
Well, thanks. So this last song that I'm going to do is actually from Wicked, and it's one of my favorites. I'm totally an Alphaba. If I were ever to do this show, I would want to be Alphaba, but this is my favorite song from the show, and it's a Galinda song. So this is Popular. Oh, I just saw one of my California note catchers girls up there. I can't sing with my, aw, you guys are sweet. Thanks, Rosie. Acapella showcase. Okay. So here we go. If you guys can sing along with this one, it means you've watched the show. Emily, get your video camera ready because I want to see this. I want to see you singing along because I'll bet you know it. All right. Me. Get my Glinda on. And I'm really sorry about my slightly out of tune piano. I tried to get a tuner to come in before the weekend, but it didn't happen. So whenever I see someone less fortunate than I, and let's face it, who isn't less fortunate than I, my tender heart tends to start to bleed. And when someone needs a makeover, I simply have to take over. I know exactly what they need. And even in your case, though it's the toughest case I've yet to face, don't worry, I'm determined to succeed. Follow my lead, and yes, indeed, you will be popular. You're gonna be popular. I'll teach you the proper ploys when you talk to boys, little ways to flirt and flaunt. Oh, I'll show you what shoes to wear, how to fix your hair, everything that really counts to be popular. I'll help you be popular. You'll hang with the right cohorts. You'll be good at sports. Know the slang you've got to know. So let's start, because you've got an awfully long way to go. Don't be offended by my frank analysis. Think of it as personality dialysis. Now that I've chosen to become a palaceist or an advisor, there's nobody wiser, not when it comes to popular. I know about popular, and with an assist from me to be who you'll be, instead of dreary who you were, well, are. There's nothing that can stop you from becoming popular. La, 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 la. We're gonna make you popular. When I see depressing creatures with unprepossessing features, I remind them on their own behalf to think of celebrated heads of state or especially great communicators. Did they have brains or knowledge? Don't make me laugh. They were popular, please. It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude. It's the way you're viewed. So it's very shrewd to be very, very popular like me. And though you protest your disinterest, I know clandestinely you're gonna grin and bear it, your newfound popularity. Ah! La, 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 you'll be popular, just not quite as popular as me.
Woo! That was awesome, Katie. That was fantastic. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I love the musicals, and I know there's a whole bunch of people out there. Now, that love those musicals too. Now, I'm wondering if you can help me with one last thing before you go.
Absolutely.
So a little birdie told me that it's somebody's birthday today, Carolyn's birthday. Would you help kind of sing Carolyn happy birthday?
We can do that.
Anyone else's birthday out there? Let's hear it in the chat. Well, I know it's Carolyn's birthday. Well, if it's your birthday, well, happy birthday too. But today we're going to sing to Carolyn. Here we
All
go.
right, Carolyn, it is. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carolyn. Happy birthday to you.
And many more. I love that. Jazz
And if we were at school, it'd be are you one? Are you two? Are you
Oh my goodness, I love it. Well, make sure, first of all, big thank you to Katie, and make sure that you head over, find her on Facebook, Insta, all the socials, and give a like and a big thank you. Thank you so much, Katie. I really appreciate you being part of this and bringing some awesome musicals to the table.
Anytime, Jordan. You just say the word, I'm there.
Awesome. Have a good night. We'll see you again soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. That was just amazing. Katie's fantastic, and oh my goodness, she's just like I said, a force to be reckoned with music. She's an educator. She does just so much, which is fantastic. And of course, we got to sing some really cool musical songs. What's your favorite musical? Everyone has like a favorite musical or two. Well, most people have a favorite musical or something that they absolutely love. What is your favorite musical? I mean, I think of me from Phantom. Phantom was actually the first musical I ever saw. It was at that Pantages Theater in Toronto for like a decade or more, and I got to see it twice there, which was really cool. I also really love, because it's kind of cheesy and corny, and I love the music, is Forever Plaid. It's just a fantastic musical. Les Mis, I mean, Les Mis is, yeah, Wicked. I'm seeing Wicked. Good. I hope you sang along with. I want to know those musicals and all those great musicals that you love. Now, we have a couple people that I'm going to introduce in just a moment, which is Hairspray. Woohoo! Wow, look at this. Boom, boom, boom. This is awesome. All these wonderful Pirates of Penzance. I don't know if, well, we'll call it a musical. I think that was like pre-musical, right? That set up musicals, which is awesome. We have lots of love for Les Mis here. I must say, lots of love for Les Mis. This is great. Fiddler on the Roof. I see that going by. You guys are writing so fast. I can't even keep up. It's coming in quick. This is fantastic. Woo! Oh, you are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Getting people singing, that's what we do. That's what it's all about. All right. So I'm going to introduce these two people that are just incredible people, Sky and Sagan Harris, and they have been doing something from the beginning of the pandemic. And now, right now, it has become hugely famous. And that is sea shanties, right? Sea shanties are the new rage. These are the big things. And Sky and Sagan are amazing educators. They are wonderful people. They're involved so heavily in music, and they've been giving us a sea shanty a day since the beginning of the pandemic. So tell me about it. Like, what are we on now? What number are we on?
We recorded number 321 earlier today.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, we've repeated.
Right, we have repeated
some of them. We've done some non-shanties as well.
Yeah, we started out sort of just straight shanties all the time, and now our introduction in all our videos is sea shanties and sea shanty adjacent music. So there's some things that don't quite qualify.
I was going to say, in December we did like 17 different wassails
and things. Try to mix it up.
But they're shanty-like.
Yes, right,
Correct.
exactly.
Yep.
It's folk. It's folk music. It's meant to be communal music. You know, a lot of it sort of qualifies that way.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I'm going to pass it over to you guys, and I'm really excited to get my shanty on. This is it is shanty time in the InstaChoir Sing Along, and I can't wait. Especially like this has become a huge world phenomenon online, people getting involved. Just out of curiosity, why do you think people are so interested in shanties now? Any
I think for me it's the people were writing sea shanties throughout history, and there are modern shanties as well that aren't really work songs. Traditionally, sea shanties are work songs, but there are a lot of songs now that sort of fall under this umbrella of music that's connected to the ocean, but it's
to the ocean, has sort of that same flavor, if not the same functionality.
Yeah, but it comes from a place, I think, of being isolated out on the ocean, and we're isolated here and trying to create some community. And they were doing that through song on these ships, and we're doing it now here, over the internet.
What better way to build community than through song, right?
Absolutely,
absolutely. Well, I'm going to pass it over to you because I want to get my shanty on, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. All right. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
My name is Sky.
My name is Sagan.
And we are crazy sea shanty people. We're siblings, brother and sister. We live in Central New York.
Yep.
And if you've been anywhere near the internet, as Jordan mentioned in the last couple of weeks, in addition to the Bernie Mitten memes, you have probably come across some sea shanties here. It's been a little crazy, the fact that they're blowing up like this.
It's been a little surreal. We've been into sea shanties since the beginning.
No. There's people have been into it way longer than us.
But we've definitely been into it sort of as a music form for a while. And so for something that we love a lot, but is very much sort of a niche musical thing. To have it be this widespread is it's a little surreal. Like it's great.
It's exciting also, to see these artists that that we're huge fans of and have been for a while, that have sort of been grinding on the folk independent circuit, and they're starting to get this wide recognition, which is really awesome. But speaking of the internet phenomena here, we thought we would start with, if you have heard a sea shanty at all in the last couple of weeks,
it's probably
been this one.
And it's also probably only been like the first couple of verses too.
Right, because all those TikTok videos are super short.
Right.
So this is the Weller Man. And do you want to tell them a little bit about what it actually is?
Sure don't, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay, fine.
So for context, Wellerman was refers to. I have my notes here, but I wrote them in very small print.
Why did you do that?
Because reasons.
Okay.
So the Wellerman refers to usually referred to an employee, but in this case refers to a supply ship from the Weller Brothers, which is a shore whaling company that operated in sort of like the mid to early 1800s around the New Zealand and at the time New South Wales areas. There is the famous first stanza. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. Billy here being slang term for basically any improvised vessel that was used to boil water to make tea. They didn't really out on whaling ships. They didn't necessarily have any fine china around. It was a little hazardous. And then in the chorus, when talking about one day when the tonguing is done, and tonguing here refers to tonguers, who were the whaling employees their job was their unenviable job was to cut strips of whale blubber to convert it into oil. As part of that industry.
So it's basically the whole song is about just waiting for these supplies to come back.
Yep.
And the sort of epic story. Our version, there's several versions out there of
There's
how the story ends.
Yeah.
We won't spoil it for you. We'll tell you at the end. But try ours out. The lyrics are in your song sheet there, but we'll teach you the chorus first.
That's right.
So that you know when that's coming. So typically in sea shanties, there is some sort of call and response tradition. The shantyman calls, and then everybody else responds. And this comes out of a lot of different traditions, both European traditions as well as African traditions of call and response music. Yeah,
there it is.
Yep. So here's how the chorus goes.
All right, chorus goes like this.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. So that's the one that you'll sing over and over again. So there's verses and choruses essentially in it. So feel free to sing all of it. We can't stop you. And we highly encourage you to do so. But for sure, try the chorus out to start with. And then as you feel a little more comfortable, jump in and call with us as well.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Fisherman's Friends, which is on Netflix. I think it's also available on Amazon Prime. Terrific movie.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Yeah.
But so back to the song. D.
So one more time. Yes.
All right.
Ready?
Here we go. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy T. The winds blew hard, but her bow dipped down. Blow me, bully boys, blow. Huh!
Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow.
Huh!
Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's tail came up and caught her, all hands to the side, harpooned and fought her, but she dived down below. Huh!
Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. The line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow.
Huh!
Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. Our boats were lost, there were only 4, yet still that whale did go.
Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on, the line's not cut,
And the whale's not gone.
The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. So there you go. So when you hear that on the internet a million times, or as somebody mentioned that Colbert talked about it and sung it and all those kinds of things, now you can sing along. Hopefully that's the idea with that one. So a couple more that we'll do here with you. Thanks for singing along.
Yeah.
So what we're going to tell you about the end there is in some versions, the whale escapes.
Yep. Some version the whale escapes.
In some versions, they catch the whale. And then the one that we chose that we think is kind of fun is
they're still fighting.
They're still out there traveling around. And still the fight still goes on. There's sort of that mythic,
somewhere out there, a ship and a whale is still going
at it. So yeah, that's the one we like. So talking about another I guess sort of group that we're into that way.
Correct.
So one of the groups that sort of has helped make Wellerman famous is actually the Longest Johns.
Longest Johns. We are huge fans of.
So check them out if you're looking for a great shanty group to check out. Love that people mentioned Fisherman's Friends in there as well. So many great groups to check out. And they're all, of course, jumping on board the, the shanty internet craze. So there's tons of stuff out there to check out. We talked about, we made notes for ourselves. Why did you make this so small?
I didn't want us to have to flip it over.
Okay, fine. But so part of how we got into sea shanty singing was, so I'm a music educator. Sagan's a graphic designer and video game design background as well. And so between Black Flag,
Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is very, very much pirate themed. There's an interesting mechanic in there where like you actually have to like chase down sheet music and it adds shanties that your crew can sing. Really interesting.
So and I had just started to teach high school music. I was teaching middle school music for a long time. And so just trying to find things that the kids would get into and be really excited about. And so this really started to take off for us then several years ago.
It did.
And one of the groups that we sort of got obsessed with and the kids got obsessed with is a group called the Dreadnoughts. And they're actually a Canadian band out of Vancouver.
Like a folk punk, but they on most of their records, they incorporate like one or two sea shanties, and then they actually have an album of just sea shanties, which is terrific. It's called Into the North.
Yeah, check them out, the Dreadnoughts. So the next song that we're gonna sing along with you here is one called Eliza Lee, and it's much older. The Dreadnoughts didn't write it, but that's where we heard it first.
Yeah, we heard this first. Heard it first from the Dreadnoughts.
And it's a capstan shanty, right?
It is a capstan shanty. So there's different kinds of shanties. There are pump shanties, which are used for emptying out the bilges of the ship, and then capstan shanties. And if you've ever been on a sailing ship or you've seen a sailing ship, you know that there's a large wheel that generally they stick spokes into and they sort of like move around. That's the capstan. It's used for hauling up anchors. It's used for basically to minimize the force needed to lift really heavy things. Sometimes that's hauling up a sail. Sometimes it's hauling the anchor. Different kinds of things. There's also certain shanties called forebidders, which are in more social settings, which is probably what the Wellerman falls under. But this one is a capstan shanty, so it would have been sung to coordinate movements and making sure that everybody's moving in the same speed around the capstan.
Awesome. And so there's a couple of terms in this
one
that are sort of unusual, right?
There's a couple of terms.
Again, you've got lyrics there.
Yep,
so.
a couple of terms and a couple of historical references. So as far as the terms go, so there's something called a bullgine, which is it's a slang term for engine, specifically a steam engine, but it is found much more commonly in railroad work,
right?
As well as on steam river ships. Now, this is not uncommon because a lot of sea shanties were carried with workers, people who necessarily weren't career sailors, but who did manual labor for a living. When they would go inward and work on railroads, they would bring the songs with them and use those to coordinate all the stuff that they were doing there.
Right. So you end up with railroad shanties or river shanties that are based on some of these sea shanties, and then some of them are unique to those particular things.
Correct. So bullgine is sort of a carryover from railway work. There's
same
also
thing with jaunting car.
Same thing with jaunting car, which refers to a two-wheeled horse buggy. Again, something that was used to haul things around railway tracks and railroads.
So we'll do the same thing. We'll teach you the chorus. This one's pretty raucous, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, this one's you can get loud on this one.
Yeah.
So there's a chorus that everybody sings along with, and then there's also call and responses for the verses. So the call and response, there it is. So the first response is it's a little bit of shouting. And then there's a little bit of singing. So
with good vocal skills. Obviously, you don't want to burn out the vocal cords. But so the first response is. Ready?
I have to work through it in my head to remember how it actually sounds. Yeah. So the first response is ho way ho, are you most done? So it's ho way ho, are you most done?
So are you almost done?
Yep.
Hurry it up. Yep.
And then the second response. So the shantyman has one line, then first response, another line, and then the second response. And the second response is
clear away the track and let the bullgine run. So get the track out of the way, let the engine run.
Yep.
Yeah. And then which that leads us into the chorus there.
Yes, which also incorporates the same response lines, but now you get to sing the whole stanza.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
To me, high rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho way ho, are you most done? With Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the truck and let the bullgine run. So there's lots of words in there, but again, you get lots of chances at it. So you'll pick it up as we go along.
Yep.
And again, feel free sing calls, sing responses,
sing harmony, do whatever you want.
Yeah, get into it because this is definitely one of these that is meant to sort of raise the rafters, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, ready? Yeah, here we go.
Oh, the smartest clipper you can find is ho way ho, are you most done? She's the Margaret Evans of the Blue Star Line.
Clear away the track and let the bullgine run. To me, I rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run.
Oh, we're outward bound for the West Street Pier.
Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done
with Galway Shale and Liverpool beer.
Clear away the track and let the bull giant run to me. Hey, rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run.
No, when we're out in New York town.
Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done.
We'll dance them Bowery girls around.
Clear away the track and let the bull giant run to me. Hey, rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run.
No, the Margaret Evans of the Blue Star Line.
Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done.
She's never a day behind her time.
Clear away the track and let the bull giant run to me. Hey, rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run.
Knowing when we're back in Liverpool town.
Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done.
I'll stand just whiskies all around.
Clear away the track and let the bull giant run to me. Hey, rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run to me. I rig a jig and a jaunting car. Ho-way, ho-wah, you most done with Liza Lee all on my knee. Clear away the track and let the bull giant run.
Yeah! You guys are amazing. This is so much fun. I'm so loving this, and I'm like bopping around, and we're all kind of dancing around and singing and all that fun stuff. This is fantastic. I love how visceral this music is. It just kind of runs in the bones. You know, it comes from deep.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
can feel that it's, you know, this is music that really comes from their work and their heart and their struggle and their love for each other and their love for what they're doing. And absolutely.
Now it's you're doing this like every day, right? So where can people find you? Like where can they find this?
So we actually we have a YouTube channel. You can find us. It's Miss Harris Vids on YouTube. We also cross post on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. So if you look up @WorthMusicking4 on Twitter and Instagram, and then our TikTok is Sibling Sea Shanties. So if you look that up on TikTok, you can find us there
exactly how it sounds.
So we sort of cross post in a few different places. We do a full length video on YouTube every day. And then we post little clips on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. If you're just looking for, you know, a minute of sea shanty in your day, you can go right to those things.
I love it. So please, if you're watching this, you're enjoying this, go find them, like it on Facebook, like it on Instagram. Like, you have to follow this, because this is TikTok. I mean, I feel I'm a little bit too gray for TikTok, but maybe one of these days. But I'll tell you, this is fantastic. I love this music. It's just so lively and fun, and I honestly can't wait to do this music when I could be like shoulder to shoulder in a bar or something like that. Like, it just feels like, but for now, I'm just belting it out. I'm having a good time. So I'm gonna have one more for us. So I'm gonna let you to it so we can do that last one.
Awesome.
All right.
I will say that's been one of the things I think that's really helped us to sort of get through the pandemic is that we've had each other to sing with every day. You know, we sort of started it as a project to sort of stay connected with my students and, you know, and get everybody singing. And it's been a wonderful way to connect with other people. We've met all these shanty crews from the UK and Canada.
It's been so cool.
So cool. But it's, you know, it's also nice that, like, whatever weird stress thing has been going on in our day, that we can sit down on the couch and sing together, which is pretty special. Yeah. And so one of those songs that we really love, that we discovered, actually has another Canadian connection.
It does. Spoiler alert: this is not a sea shanty.
Right.
But
adjacent.
It is. This is absolutely sea shanty adjacent. This one's called Northwest Passage. It was written by Stan Rogers, who's a Canadian folk singer. Died in a tragic plane accident at 33, but not before leaving behind an absolutely remarkable body of work.
Somebody asked about Barrett's Privateers.
Yes, so I love Barrett's Privateers.
Barrett's Privateers is another Stan Rogers chart here. Yeah, another great song.
Yeah, and this is for those of you who don't know. So Northwest Passage as a song is both an ode to sort of to the numerous crews that journeyed across Canada in an attempt to bridge that trade route with China and Britain without having to go over one patch of land instead of having to go over the long way.
Yeah.
But it is also it's also kind of an ode to just the Canadian wilderness, the beauty
and
of
the
the
spirit
country,
of the people, and it's a great. We just love this, and we heard this first done by a group called Kimber's Men, which is another shanty crew to check out. Just phenomenal group out of the UK.
They just started. They've been recording stuff for a while, but they just sort of started a band camp, and they have a double album out, and then another album out. It's they're really terrific. So go check them out.
But there is footage as well of Stan Rogers singing this, and definitely something to check out and see. And we'll do our best to try to do some justice to him and to all our Canadian friends that we've become to love so much and be so close to. So this is Northwest Passage. You have the tune there and everything in front of you. So same thing. We'll teach you the chorus of this one.
For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
And I love all the comments about how InstaChoir do a Canadian song. So this is a great one. There's actually a ton of connections to Canadian shanties and things. Just some beautiful stuff. And actually, speaking of shanty virtual choirs, Longest John's just did one with a shanty as well. Yeah. So they're out there. Do it. We would love to sing along. So if you're game, that's the chorus. And then the tune and the verse is a little different. But again, you'll probably pick it up because it's similar through each verse that way. Yeah. Ready to give it a shot?
Absolutely. Are you ready?
I think so.
All right.
Okay.
Well, and good news is it starts with the chorus. So everybody who was just sing along again. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Westward from the Davis Strait is there 'twas said to lie, the sea route to the Orient for which so many died, seeking gold and glory, leaving weathered broken bones, and a long forgotten lonely cairn of stones. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. 3 centuries thereafter, I take passage overland in the footsteps of brave Kelso, where his sea of flowers began. Watching cities rise before me, and behind me sink again. This tiniest explorer, driving hard across the plain. For just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. And through the night, behind the wheel, the mileage clicking west, I think upon Mackenzie, David Thompson, and the rest, who cracked the mountain ramparts and did show a path for me to race the roaring Fraser to the sea. Ah, for just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
How then am I so different from the first men through this way? Like them, I left a settled life, I threw it all away to seek a Northwest Passage at the call of many men, to find there but the road back home again. Ah, for just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea. Ah, for just one time I would take the Northwest Passage to find the hand of Franklin reaching for the Beaufort Sea, tracing one warm line through a land so wild and savage, and make a Northwest Passage to the sea.
Wow, that was so yes. Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, it's so beautiful,
Such an
and
amazing
it's
song.
haunting and beautiful, and I love this music because it just inspires you to sing, and it just I love it, and I just want to say thank you to both of you.
Oh, thanks
And
for having us.
absolutely, and again, if you want to, you have to check this out, because like we're talking every day here.
Yeah.
Like every day, there's a new shanty that you can join in on. And if you're like, what? Well, I've missed a ton. Well, guess what? You can go down that rabbit hole of YouTube.
It's archived.
Yeah,
You can just watch and watch and watch and sing and watch and and make sure that you head over and like the stuff that they're doing, because this is just great work. Thank you both so very much. So very much.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. And all the best. And I hope to see you again soon.
Yes,
absolutely.
and us too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have a good one. Take care. Great night. Bye. Oh, wasn't that fantastic? I love singing a good sea shanty and just like digging in and belting out a tune. And talking about belting out a tune, we have some more awesome music. But what I love about that, we had so many people talking about just loving the harmony, loving the songs, maybe experiencing for the first time, which is amazing. That's what it's all about. So I have the pleasure of introducing two others of just amazing friends. They are incredible musicians, and similar to Sky and Sagan, they have been doing something that has been incredible, and they have been playing every day. I'm going to bring Mo and Amelia on. How are you? First of all, how are you doing?
We're good. We're surviving and healthy, and that's kind of the most you can hope for right now.
You know,
absolutely,
making the most of it.
Mo and Amelia have been doing something called Beatles a Day, and basically have been delivering a new Beatles song basically every single day since the pandemic began. Did you think it was going to go this long? Did you think
Okay, so let me tell you a story. Okay, so and basically everything that Sky and Sagan just said about how they just take out the word sea shanties and put in Beatles songs. Back way back in March, like the Canadian first wave of COVID-19, it was the first wave of shelter in place, and it was the 18th of March.
And I had just come back from Europe.
Yeah, and everybody was miserable because
I was quarantining.
Because nobody knew what was going on, and people were getting on social and singing songs from each other, and it was just like this beautiful time. It was scary but beautiful. Okay, what do we know that we can play, that we can record and post on Facebook? And one of the songs that we knew, like off the top of our heads, was a Beatles song that we used to play in an old band. We didn't have to post, we just
Slammed
played
it out.
Yeah,
It was rough. Actually, I was a bass player in that band. I haven't played guitar in years, so this is tough getting my chops back up, but we're there now.
And Mo jokingly said, maybe we'll play a Beatles song every day until this is over. Not 320 days later, the pandemic wouldn't be over. Who knew? And so, like Sky and Sagan, we've played a different Beatles song. And yes, there are that many Beatles songs.
And there's more to go.
Yeah,
We're not
that's-
done.
Yeah.
This is
That's
day 320 today.
Wow.
We did all of like the well-known stuff like right in the early days, and now we're on like the seriously deep cuts, like the songs that the people, or tracks and stuff.
Demos
like
that they didn't release.
Yeah.
And we're hearing, and of course, some of their solo works as well, because they're very interesting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
it's
Well,
been
you know what?
pretty fun.
I'm going to pass it over to you two, and I'll be back in a little bit. I can't wait to sing along with these.
All right.
So one of the things really prided ourselves on in this project is right from the beginning was pick up any instrument that you've got, pots and pans or whatever, and play along and bang along at home. Because the first time that we ever did this, we didn't have a shaker. We only had a box of pins, and so I was shaking a box of pins. And then a few days later, we needed like some more cushion.
So we got out the jar.
We got out a jam jar, and I bought an egg by this point.
She was
So-
graduating up in her percussive skills.
It's always been super low budget,
Way low-fi. Way low-fi.
Yeah.
We're sitting around the table, and really, like, we would call out a tune, say, what do you want to learn it really quickly? I would try and extract the entire band that was the Beatles onto the guitar with some percussion and whatever we've got and some harmonies, and we would, warts and all, we would just bash it out as possible and put it out online. Not perfected at all. It's to be like you're sitting around the kitchen table.
And it was super easy to do that in the beginning when we were playing a bunch of songs that were familiar. As soon as we started getting into like
The B-side of Abbey Road.
Yeah, and anthologies, it started to take, we kind of got into a thing.
I must confess, I did have to practice detuning the guitar to do all the sitar stuff that George does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you where you can find it. We'll tell you a little bit more, but let's get to singing, one of the most famous and favorite Beatles songs.
You ready?
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. I work all day to get your money to buy a thing, and it's what you say. You're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I Yay! Who doesn't love rocking out to Hard Day's Night?
And really, watch the movie, watch the opening scene.
Right?
Yeah. George falling on the sidewalk.
Actually, all of the songs that we've picked tonight to play are actually from the Hard Day's Night album. Complete coincidence, they just happen to be of our faves. So one of the things that we do on a nightly basis as well as song is we start getting into the habit of telling people interesting facts about the songs that now hang on, wait, don't be premature.
Who, me?
So I'll give you some tips about this song, and then one night casually, because it's fun to play with words, I said, oh, I've got some bits of tid for you. And then probably since about day 15 or 20
it's become a thing.
It's become a thing, bits of tid about all things. So now it's become its own feature. So how about we do some
bits of tid? Hey, all right.
About Hard Day's Night. So the album Hard Day's Night came out in 1964. Of course, it was the soundtrack to the movie Hard Day's Night, funnily enough. And there's actually about this album. So back in the days when albums had two sides.
Remember those days?
I don't know if there's anybody young enough.
Vinophiles?
I don't know if anybody, I think everybody here is probably old enough to remember vinyl.
My guess is that, well, you know, vinyl's making a comeback.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
The first time around. When albums had two sides, a side A and a side B, side one and a side two. On this particular album, on side one were all of the songs that made it into the movie, and on side two, songs that were written for the movie but didn't. So all of the popular songs are on side one, and then, but it's a really, really great, super great album. The name Hard Day's Night came actually from Ringo. So Ringo.
Yes, it was his saying.
He's much like you in the fact that all of the like popular sayings he would get slightly incorrect.
Wait. Record scratch. What do you mean? He's a lot
like
me.
Nobody baby go stand in a corner. The most famous one.
Yeah, isn't that how it goes?
So Ringo meant to say it's been a really hard day. Came out with been a hard day's night, and everybody was like, "What are you talking about?" Like thinking it was.
And then they're
hilarious.
thinking, "Let's write a song about it."
Let's write a song about it. Yeah. And this is the album Hard Day's Night. Meet the Beatles, which was the second of the Beatles albums where they did a lot of covers, a lot of blues and rock and roll records, a lot of originals. And then on the other side of that was Bale, which included the same thing. But really in Hard Day's Night, their songwriting, you could really hear them starting to mature as songwriters and artists and musicians. And you know, this was the one that really solidified him as the talented force. It wasn't just a body of, it was a body of original works. So, you know, it's undeniable. Hard Day's Night, undeniable.
It is one of the best things ever.
So because
I have to say.
It is. The next song we're going to sing is fast. We get asked to drop into people's rehearsals, or you know, we get asked to like Zoom bomb people, and this is the one that we always pull out now because not only is it so much fun, but you get to sing these beautiful harmonies to people out there who are used to singing harmonies. We miss it.
And bits about this one is John Lennon thinks it's one of the best songs that Paul McCartney and John Lennon ever wrote together.
Right.
Yes. If I fell in love with promise to be true and help me understand, been in love before, found that love was more than just holding hands. I give my heart to you. I must be sure from the very start that you would love me more than her. If I trusted in you,
You guys are awesome.
All right.
I am just loving these Beatles songs and singing along with. But I want to, people are like, hey, where can we find you? Where can we find you online? Because you have this like huge, you've been doing this for a long time. So where can people find you?
Well, at Beatles a Day, Beatles dash day with Mo and Amelia on Facebook. We're also Beatles dash day, Beatles a Day with Mo and Amelia on YouTube. And we haven't really figured out how to be influencers or anything. So it's kind of like, you got to find us. Like, we're not really that organized. It's not supposed to be like that. Although we are thinking of Graham.
Yeah, maybe we should be down with the kids and do the TikToks as well, because that's where all the kids are at.
That's where it's happening.
Apparently,
we have been doing this long enough that we've designed a bunch of t-shirts and stuff.
I was going to ask, like, you have like hoodies and t-shirts and cool swag.
Hoodies, t-shirts, masks, so we've got the Beatles a Day, which is this one. We've got the Music Will Save the Day, which is like, of course, right?
Yes.
The whole world. And if you look really closely, there's in England, right on Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's a little nod to the Beatles.
we just want to give a quick shout out to a wonderful Beatles a Day community. We have people
You're
who
amazing.
check in and messages every day for like 320 odd days.
It's amazing.
And
who knew that was going to happen?
Convincing from some of our friends. We put up a tip jar to leave us tips, and we started selling the hoodies and stuff, because musicians who are right now, it's tough.
It's tough.
And our community have supported us so much.
That's so amazing.
And I don't say this lightly, but they have stopped us from being homeless.
Well, that's
this year. So thank you so much to our community. It's been an amazing experience.
But more than that, also we really like seeing them interacting with one another. Like, now they're chatting with each other, like on
people
our
who've
threads.
never met.
That's so cool.
That's
they're like sending love darts and love shots to everybody. It's super cool.
Yeah,
well, I know you have one more.
Like exactly what Sky said. It's been lucky to have each other, and this pandemic with all of our friends as well.
Absolutely. Well, I know you have another one for us, so I'm gonna duck out and let's sing along with. I'm excited
for
this.
You all ducking out and stuff.
I know.
This has been fun.
Thanks, Jordan. All right, so you ready?
Can you just play me? I just need the.
You want the key?
Yeah. All right, there we go. I just was like, I'm usually pretty good at that.
Yeah. Right. Can't buy me
for money, money and money and money love. So can't buy me love. No, say no diamond ring and I'll be satisfied. Tell me that you want the kind of thing money just can't buy. I don't care too much for money, money and money love. ever.
I think this last comment says it best. Not only incredibly talented, but two of the most amazing humans I know. Look at that.
Oh,
you guys, thank you so
This is
much
the
for
king,
being part of
right?
this tonight.
Thank you.
And I want to pop this up one more time. So Beatles, I can't even speak. I'm speechless. Beatles, hyphen day. Check them out on Facebook, on and Instagram, hopefully on TikTok, all the socials, everywhere. And buy their merch.
Hey, you know
and
what?
wear it proudly.
The whole idea is keep singing, no matter what. Make music with people, connect with people, be part of a community. Don't let our separation from one of you from being part of a community. Like InstaChoir is doing it, you know, Katie's doing it with people, you know, like everybody here that's been on here tonight is doing this, so that we all as a global community can keep together, making music, making our hearts sing when we can't be together. So do not be daunted. Do not be daunted. We are all here in this together.
I'm feeling very sea
I love you both so much. Thank you so much for being part of this. And I'm such a huge fan of Beatles today, and I know you've just there's already a whole bunch of fans, but you've just made a whole bunch more. So thank you once again. This was just fabulous.
Spreading the love. We love you.
Spread the love. Take care, you guys. I love to you. Oh, that was so awesome singing some Beatles tunes. I just absolutely love it, and kind of gets my blood pumping and fun. And we have one more artist for you, just like kicking butt tonight and taking names. This is fantastic. Different styles of music. We started off with some really kind of old school stuff, which was great, some Irving Berlin, and then we moved into some musicals, which were wonderful, some sea shanties, some Beatles, and we're gonna finish off with some kind of pop and rock. And I want to introduce a really good friend of mine, and Hayley is really special for so many reasons. And, you know, she's been putting her own groove in country music, and she's influenced by like classical music, contemporary roots and artists. And her own music includes like just really meaningful lyrics and fun and catchy melodies. And her latest single, Dance Around, is just a fun, upbeat tune which actually just won a Josie Music Weekly Recognition Award. I can't even say that. Whew, that's 1 week after its release. She's been doing such great work, and I was really fortunate early on to kind of connect with Hayley and her be part of the whole InstaChoir experience when we were live. And she's been such a big part of InstaChoir that I couldn't have this event without her being part of it. So welcome, Hayley. Thank you so much for being here tonight and finishing it off.
Thank you for having me. I'm really just seeing all the talent, especially Beatles a Day. That was amazing. I loved it. I was rocking out.
I love it. So I'm gonna pass it over to you, and let's do some singing.
I would love to. So if you guys know these songs, be sure to sing along. Don't worry, only your pets and your kids are there to judge you, and maybe that glass of wine or that bottle of beer. So the first song I want to do is Lean on Me. So make sure you're singing that. Make sure you're tapping your toes and dancing along, and maybe crank it up a little bit so the neighbors can hear too. Thank you. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain. We all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna be somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, those of your needs that you don't let show. Ready? So just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you should understand. We all need somebody to lean on me. When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna be somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can carry, I'm right up the road. I'll share your load. If you just call me, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. One more time, lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. And I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. That was a fun song called Lean on Me. I hope you guys know that one. I'm seeing you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for all the love. I really appreciate each and every single one of you. Tonight is such a fun night, and I'm so glad Jordan let me be a part of this. The next song, I know for some of these InstaChoirs, we did a bunch of virtual ones, and we did some of these songs, and I was asked, some of these songs are your very favorites. So this next song is Sweet Dreams Are Made of This. So I hope you guys sing along with this one. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the seven seas. Everybody looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sing with me. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Hold your head up, moving on. Keep your head up, moving on. Thank you. Some of them want to get used by you. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Ready? Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for some. One more time. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. I know we're all looking to travel. I love traveling. I had to miss a trip to Nashville back in March.
Oh, Hayley, that was awesome. And I have to tell you, I took my phone out, and on the last Sweet Dreams, I was harmonizing with you, and I'm like, I'm gonna video record this because I miss it. I miss the in person. I miss singing with you and just chilling. But thank you. This is so much fun. I think it's important. Like, where can people find you? Because you have stuff all over the place. I know we have your website here, so hayleyverrallmusic.com, but you're on like Facebook, Instagram, you have your website, Apple Music, right?
Yes.
Spotify.
So you can find me. You can find me in every single social media platform that exists today. So that's Facebook, Instagram. I'm even on TikTok, but I wouldn't check out my TikTok. It's some cringy content.
I love it. But you know what? This is just fantastic. And, you've been such a big part of InstaChoir, like right from the beginning, the first one. And so this is wonderful. I love this. Rosie, I'm drinking my vodka out of my cup that I bought the last time I saw you at Millgrove.
That's
this is
amazing.
Awesome, your Hayley cup. So that you have a lasting effect. This is fantastic. What's next for you? Are you doing some recording, or you have to kind of wait for things to open up a bit?
Right now, I am currently working on just still promoting Dance Around It.
Yeah.
I'm currently just sitting in my room, songwriting, working towards maybe a next release as well. Awesome. And just constantly working, keeping my social media presence as busy as it can be. And
awesome.
That's all I can do for now.
Absolutely. If you're watching this, please go and find Hayley, go to her website, check her out on Facebook, Instagram, give her all the love, because this is fantastic. But we're going to finish off with a song that we've done together as part of the sing-along in the past when we were able to actually do that together.
I know.
And this is probably like my favorite sing-along song ever, because you just belt this one out. So anyone who's listening, you need to get your phone out now, because I want you to record yourself singing along with this and post it, at least part of it, the chorus of it, because I know you know it. And post it, or post photos of you doing it, because that's what it's all about. It's just so much fun. Tag InstaChoir. We just love it. And Hayley, thank you so much for being part of this again. It's so wonderful.
I am so happy to be a part of it. And I'm loving all the amazing comments I'm seeing as well. I got my big monitor up here and I'm seeing them all.
Oh, people are looking at their lyric books. They know what's coming. Here it is. Woo!
Here we go.
This one. Let's do it.
Here we go. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's going strong. Was it the spring spring became a summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, washing hands, not reaching out, not touching me or touching you. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good, so good. Oh, I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. Yeah, we got some COVID-19 lyrics. And when I hurt, hurting runs off my shoulder. How can I hurt when holding you? Warm, touching warm, not reaching out, not touching me or touching you. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. The times never seem so good, so good. Oh, I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would. Oh no, no. Hope you guys are enjoying the songs and sing along with the new lyrics I just came up with. Totally didn't do that last time on the last InstaChoir, if you guys didn't see that. Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good, so good.
So good, so good.
Oh, I've been inclined, ba ba ba, to believe they never would. We're gonna do one more time, but who here wishes that Mr. Jordan here should be my backup dancer all the time or come to my live show? Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba. Good times never seem so good, so good,
so good, so
oh,
good.
I've been inclined, ba ba ba, believe they never would.
Haley,
Hope you guys enjoyed that one.
that is like one of my favorite songs to just belt out and sing along with. I recorded myself singing. It's so good. So I love it.
I can't wait to see the recordings.
I know. Make sure that you head over, you check out HayleyVerrallMusic.com. You find her on Facebook and Instagram. Send lots of love, sends lots of likes and follows and all of that stuff. Head over to Hayley Verrall Music because you have a whole bunch of cool merch too. And
Yes.
People should totally be checking that out. And yeah, I mean, thank you so very much for being part of this. I really appreciate it. You've been right from the beginning of InstaChoir, and I couldn't imagine doing this without you. So I'm so happy that you're able to do this.
And I'm glad I got to do this song because I got to change the lyrics. Remember when we did InstaChoir together?
I know.
And we changed the lyrics together?
I mean, we're cracking up in the middle of it. That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Hayley, once again, thank you so much. This was just wonderful. And there's so much love in the chat for you and all of our performers. Thank you so very much. And I hope to see you again soon.
Well, thank you so much. And I'm so happy I got to be a part of this.
That's awesome. Take care, Hayley.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Oh my goodness, what an awesome night of singing and music. Big thank you to Jamie and Joy right from the beginning, setting us up with some great banjo and accordion and just some really old school tunes that like close harmony. I love it. We went off to Katie Taylor who sang some like great musicals, and I just love those musicals. We went to Sky and Sagan Harris doing some sea shanties, which were fantastic. Mo and Amelia giving us a Beatles a day, kind of just that sense and the fun that the Beatles songs have, and finishing off with a really good friend of myself and InstaChoir, Hayley Verrall, who's been just doing some magical things. thank you so much for being part of this evening. I hope you got some singing on. I hope you feel part of a community. I know I feel so much more pumped because of this. And you know what? With all of this excitement and love and stuff, we just have to do this again. We have to figure out a time to do this again. And when we can do this in person, but until then, we're going to kind of just do this online and have a great time. Before I wrap up, you can always head over to instachoir.ca. Check us out. We don't have any projects right yet but maybe something on the horizon, right? Coming up, which is awesome. But you can always check us out. And again, thank you so much for your love. Give your love to all of the musicians. Find them. Support them. That's the big thing. Support them. Support the musicians that were part of this. And if you want to donate something, find something close to you in your community and donate to that too. Whether it's a food bank, whether it's a drive for a shelter or something like that, find something, spread the love if you can. I always believe if you have a longer table, invite more people to it. So do what you can in your communities. Let's spread the love. And you know what? We'll see you again soon. Have a wonderful night. Bye from me and InstaChoir. And keep on singing. It's good for your health.